Hello everyone, let's continue chapter number 5, electronic counters. In this up-down counter, what is a up-down counter? We know that the counter is incremented from 0000 to 1111 is known as up counter, and we can say as up counter is increment at each clock pulse, and the down counter counts in reverse of the up counter. It means what? Down counter is decremented at each clock pulse, means it count from 1111 to 0000. Okay, so these two different counters, up counter and down counter, but when we combine these two counter in one counter, it means this concept of these two counters combine in one counter, then this type of counter is known as up down counter. Let's see. An up down counter counts event in increasing order, and down counter count stuff in decreasing order. An up down counter is a combination of an up counter and a down counter. If it can count in both direction, increasing as well as decreasing, depending on the type of clock inputs. Understood? Now let us connect up counter and down counter together to get a common circuit with a control signal known as up down counter. So this is the circuit of up down counter. In this circuit you can see that AND gate and OR gate are used. So this circuit is complex than other counters, and JK flip-flops are used in this counter. Here you can see that two control signals are connected to decide the mode. Okay, name is up and down. Now let's see the working in short. When up is 1, okay, when up signal is 1, it connect Q0, Q1, Q2, okay, to the clock input through gate of respective flip-flop and generate incrementing output. It work as a up counter. Okay, so here when up signal is 1, okay, then this AND gate one input is 1 and other is also 1, then this AND gate output is 1 and this given to the OR gate. So OR gate is enabled and this give to the clock signal of second flip-flop, and this again generate the output, and in this way the clock pulse is given in series. Okay, so when the up counter is work when up signal is equal to 1 and the Q0, Q1, Q2 are connect to the clock or work as a clock input. Okay, and the flip-flop generate the incrementing output. Okay, so it is known as a up counter. Now when the down counter will work when down signal is equal to 1, then Q0 bar, Q1 bar, Q2 bar work as a clock input through gate of the respective flip-flop and generate decrementing output. So in this way it work as a down counter. Okay, here again down is equal to 1, then it 1. Okay, and Q0 bar is 1. So here output of it is 1, and this connect to the OR gate, and OR gate output is 1 is given to the clock of the second flip-flop. So in this way Q0 bar, Q1 bar, Q2 bar provide the clock pulse to the flip-flop. Okay, and the output is in decreasing the number. Okay, so work as a down counter. So in this way using these two mode up and down, we can construct the up down counter, and in this up down counter gates are used, and this counter is more complex to other counters. Okay, understood? Now next topic is registers. We know that flip-flops can be used to store a single bit of binary data either in 1 or 0 form. In order to store multiple bit of data, we need multiple flip-flop. Okay, so if we use n flip-flops are to be connected in an order to store n bit of data, then it store n bit of data. Okay, so here a register is a device which is used to store such information. It is a group of flip-flop connect in series used to store multiple bit of data, and the information stored within these registers can be transferred with the help of shift registers. Okay, so let's see the shift register and what is the working of shift registers. The shift register is another type of sequential logic circuit that can be used for the storage or the transfer of binary data. Okay, it is a one type of sequential logic circuit and it is used to storage the data or transfer the data in binary form. The sequential device loads the data present on its input and then move or shift it to its output once every clock cycle. Hence the name shift register. Okay. Shift register is a group of flip-flops used to store multiple bits of data. The bits stored in such a register can be made to move within the register and in or out of the register by applying the clock pulse. N-bit shift register can be formed by connecting n flip-flop where each flip-flop store a single bit of data. It means what? अगर हमें शिफ्ट रजिस्टर डिज़ाइन करना है तो हमें उसमें कितना डेटा स्टोर करना है उसके हिसाब से हमें फ्लिप फ्लॉप यहाँ पे ऐड करने पड़ेंगे। तो यहाँ पे अगर मुझे n बिट शिफ्ट रजिस्टर डिज़ाइन करना है तो उसमें मुझे n फ्लिप फ्लॉप्स यूज़ करने पड़ेंगे। ओके, क्योंकि वन फ्लिप फ्लॉप 1 बिट डेटा स्टोर करता है। तो हमें अगर n बिट डेटा स्टोर करना है तो मुझे n फ्लिप फ्लॉप्स यूज़ करने पड़ेंगे। ओके, द रजिस्टर विच विल शिफ्ट द बिट टू लेफ्ट आर कॉल्ड शिफ्ट लेफ्ट रजिस्टर। ओके, यहाँ पे अगर हम ऐसा रजिस्टर यूज़ कर रहे हैं जिसमें जो डेटा स्टोर हो रहा है वो क्या कर रहा है, जो 1 बिट डेटा है वो लेफ्ट में अगर शिफ्ट करना है तो वहाँ पे हम शिफ्ट लेफ्ट रजिस्टर यूज़ करेंगे। एंड द रजिस्टर विच विल शिफ्ट द बिट टू राइट आर कॉल्ड शिफ्ट राइट रजिस्टर। ओके, as we know that a register is a group of flip-flop used to store or rotate the data, and the shift register rotate the bit for certain arithmetic operations, and it is either shift left or shift right register. And in this register we use the flip-flop. So first of all, let's see the first register with shift left register. Okay, this is the logic circuit of shift left register. You can see that it is prepared by cascading 4D flip-flops. Okay, in this register 4D flip-flops are used, and D in is the input signal. So D in set up the right flip-flop, and Q0 set up Q1. Q1 set up the third, means Q2, and so on. Okay, in this circuit you can see that here D in is given to D0. Okay, and the output of first flip-flop is Q0 is given to input of the second flip-flop, means Q0 is given to D1. Okay, then the second flip-flop's output is given to the input of the third flip-flop, and so on. Okay, and this flip-flop is positive edge trigger type. Okay, so at the positive edge of the clock, the input signal, means D in, move 1 bit left. Okay, and other flip-flops are unchanged. Okay, because this input is given to first flip-flop, then output of first flip-flop is given to second flip-flop. Okay, so at the first clock pulse only 1 bit is shifted to the left. Okay, understood? Now let's see the working. Suppose here input signal D in is equal to 1, then at the arrival of the first clock pulse, and in this first positive edge of the clock pulse, the bit is shift to left by the first D flip-flop, and the others flip-flops remain unchanged. Okay, so output of these 3 flip-flops are unchanged. Okay, so the output of the register is 0 0 0 1. Okay, now at the second clock pulse, the Q1 is transferred to the left. Okay, so the output is 0 0 1 1. Okay, because here already 1 is present and Q0 is connected to second flip flop, so this second flip flop's output is again is 1. So register output is 0 0 1 1. At third clock plus 0 1 1 1 and so on. Understood? So in this way the shift left register work. Now let's see the timing diagram. Timing diagram of shift left register. Here clock pulse is given and we know that this type of register is a positive edge trigger type register. Okay, so when the first clock pulse is applied and when the first positive transition is occur, then the input here D0 is the input. Suppose it is a 1. Okay, so this 1 signal is shift to the Q0. So here at the first clock pulse and at the first positive transition of the first clock pulse, the Q0 is change its state from 0 to 1. Okay, and others remain 0. Now at the second clock pulse, this shift to the left side. Okay, so again this 1 Q0 1 and Q1 is 1 and others are 0 0. Okay, okay, so here 1 1 1 0 0. Okay, this is the input, and at first clock pulse this is 1 0 0 0. Okay, at third clock pulse 1 1 1 0. Okay, and at the fourth clock pulse 1 1 1 1 and this 1. Okay, so in this way the shift left register worked. Okay, understood? Now let's see the shift right register. This is the circuit diagram of shift right register. So in this shift right register, this is the opposite process of shifting. Okay, in this register bit is shifted to the right side. Okay, so here you can see that input signal D in is given to the fourth flip flop. Okay, so here D3 is the input signal. Okay, input signal is given to the D3 and output of last flip flop Q3 is given to the input of third flip flop, means Q3 is given to the D2. Now this third flip flop's output is given to the second flip flop's input and second flip flop outputs is given to the first flip flop inputs. Understood? So this is first, second, third and this is fourth. So here in this shift right register, input is given to the fourth register, fourth flip flop of the register. Okay, now working of this resistor is same as the shift left resistor but in opposite direction. Okay, so here input signal is given to the fourth flip flop. Okay, then output of this resistor is 1 0 0 0. Okay, now at the second clock pulse this fourth flip flop's output is given to the third flip flop's input. Okay, so the output of this resistor is 1 1 1 0 0. Okay, and so on. Understood? Now let's see the timing diagram. This is the timing diagram of shift right resistor. So in this you can see that at the first clock pulse the input is 1. Okay, here D0 is 1, and when the first clock pulse, at the first clock pulse, and we know that this is also positive edge trigger type, so at the first positive edge transition of the clock pulse the Q3 is change is state from 0 to 1. Okay, 0 to 1. So output of resistor at the first clock pulse is 0 0 0 1. Then it will shift to the right side. Okay, so at the next clock pulse it become 1. This Q2 is also become 1 0 0. Okay, then next clock pulse 1 1 1 0, and at the fourth clock pulse 1 1 1 1 and 1. Okay, understood? So in this way the shift right resistor work. Okay, bit is shift to the right side. Understood? So this is the timing diagram of shift right resistor. Understood? Let's see some applications of resistors. Resistor basically used for temporary data storage in a microprocessor, data shifting, or for data rotate applications, data conversions like serial to parallel and vice versa, and for delay generation in data transmission. So these are the some applications are of resistors. Now let's solve some examples. First example, if 3 T flip-flops are connected in series with input clock of 1.2 kHz, then find clock frequency of each flip-flop output. Okay, here T flip-flops, it means toggle flip-flops are given, and there are 3 toggle flip-flops are connected in series. Okay, and the input clock frequency is 1.2 kHz. Then we have to find clock frequency of each flip-flop output. Okay, so here first of all we know that the toggle flip-flop gives divide by 2 clock frequency. Okay, so it divide by 2 the input clock frequency. Okay, So here 3 toggle flip-flops are connected in series. So in this example, the initial or input clock frequency is 1.2 kilohertz. Then the second flip-flop output frequency is 1.2 kilohertz divided by 2. Okay, and it's again divided by 2 for third flip-flop. Okay, so in this way we can solve this example. In this figure you can see that there are 3 T flip-flops are connected in series and the input clock frequency is 1.2 kilohertz. Okay, and the output Q1 of the first T flip-flops and its frequency is input frequency divided by 2. So here 1.2 kilohertz divided by 2 is equal to 0.6 kilohertz. Then again output of second flip-flop is again 0.6 kilohertz divided by 2. So output of second flip-flops frequency is 0.3 kilohertz. Okay, and this is given to the clock for third flip-flop. So output frequency of third flip-flop is 0.3 kilohertz divided by 2 and it is 0.15 kilohertz, and we can say 150 hertz. So here individual flip-flops frequency in this way we can calculate. So 150 hertz is the last flip-flops output. Okay, and due to T flip-flop gives divided by 2 clocks. Understood? अगर यही एग्जाम्पल आपको ऐसे पूछा हुआ, ऐसे पूछ सकते हैं कि 3 T flip-flops are connected in series and the input clock frequency of 1.2 kilohertz, then find the last flip-flop or final flip-flops output frequency. Then we know that the equation for it is if n flip-flops are connected in series, then output clock frequency can be calculated by f by 2 raised to n. So here you directly calculate the output frequency of final flip-flop is initial clock frequency is 1200 divided by 2 raised to 3, because here 3 flip-flops are connected in series. So here 2 raised to 3 is equal to 150 hertz. So output frequency of third flip-flops is 150 hertz. Understood? Now next example. How many flip-flops are required to construct each of the following counters? First mod 3, mod 6 and mod 9. ओके, तो यहाँ पे हमें क्या फाइंड करना है, आपको मोड दिए हैं, मॉड्यूलस दिए हैं, तो उस पे से हमें क्या करना है, फ्लिप-फ्लॉप, कितने फ्लिप-फ्लॉप हम उसमें यूज किए हैं वो हमें फाइंड करना है. फॉर मोड 3, ओके, मोड 3 मीन्स नंबर ऑफ आउटपुट स्टेट इज 3. ओके, यहाँ पे 3 आउटपुट स्टेट मैक्सिमम पॉसिबल है. देन फॉर्मूला फॉर नंबर ऑफ आउटपुट स्टेट इज 2 raised to n minus 1. So here we put answer is equal to 3. So the value of n is equal to 2, because here we put n is equal to 2, then 2 raised to 2, it means 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. So here n is equal to 2. So from this we can say that number of flip-flops is 2. Okay, numbers of flip-flops are required to construct mod 3 is 2. Okay, now for mod 6. So again here number of output state is 6. Formula for number of output state is 2 raised to n minus 1 is equal to 6. Now यहाँ पे n is equal to 3. अगर मैं यहाँ पे n is equal to 3 रखती हूँ तो मुझे क्या मिलेगा, 2 raised to 3 मीन्स 8 माइनस 1 इज इक्वल टू 7 आ रहा है. ओके, अगर यहाँ पे 3 की जगह पे मैं 2 रखती हूँ तो 2 raised to 2 माइनस 1 इज इक्वल टू क्या आता है, 3. ओके, 3 मिलेगा इधर. तो मैं अगर 2 रखती हूँ तो यहाँ पे मुझे 3 मिलता है, लेकिन मुझे क्या चाहिए, आंसर 6 चाहिए. ओके, तो यहाँ पे एक नंबर बाकी रहेगा. 2 raised to 3 रखूंगी तो मुझे 7 मिलता है. तो अगर मैक्सिमम नंबर आता है तो वो हम ले सकते हैं, लेकिन मिनिमम नंबर आता है मीन्स के 3 आता है तो मैं उसे नहीं ले सकती, क्योंकि उसमें से हमें 3 नंबर कम मिल रहे हैं, 3 आउटपुट स्टेट हमें कम मिल रहे हैं. तो यहाँ पे मैं n इज इक्वल टू 3 कंसिडर करूंगी. ओके, नंबर ऑफ फ्लिप फ्लॉप इज 3. ओके, एंड mod 9. If we calculate like this, then for mod 9 the number of flip flops is 4. Understood? So in this way we can calculate any types of mod are given, then find the flip flop in this using these formulas. So here this chapter number 5 is completed, and now you have to write assignment for this chapter, assignment number 4 of paper 2 for chapter 5 electronics counters. So आपको यहाँ पे क्या करना है, ये assignment 4 चैप्टर 5 का जो है वो आपको पेपर 2 के असाइनमेंट नोटबुक में लिखना है. अंडरस्टूड? सो हियर I will stop this lecture.